Granted, Agnes's mother's more Courtney Love than June Cleaver, but she's a committed parent. She's gone through similar phases with Agnes.
Phase.
She's gone through similar phases with Agnes. I hope it works. So, you ready for the best sauce ever?
Sauce.
So, you ready for the best sauce ever? I don't believe in using other people to get what you want.
Well, Shapiro loved the story. He's writing me the recommendation for Yale.
Recommendation.
He's writing me the recommendation for Yale.
Happy for you and your sister both.
Well, I'm glad you're a musician, and I'm...
Musician.
Well, I'm glad you're a musician, and I'm... Save me some cold pasta?
I'll leave it on the stove for you.
Stove.
I'll leave it on the stove for you.
Which, since fashion's a designer-based industry and I'm the designer, that brand would be me.
Well, the brand is the concept, which we both came up with.
Brand.
Well, the brand is the concept, which we both came up with.
Agnes.
We can go to Rangers games together. Hang out.
Well, nice gesture, but misguided as usual.
Gesture.
Well, nice gesture, but misguided as usual.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Don't thank me yet. There's more to come. Meet James Wolfe, senior editor at New York Magazine.
Wolf.
Meet James Wolfe, senior editor at New York Magazine. Meet James Wolfe, senior editor at New York Magazine.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Well, Shapiro took the liberty of showing me your piece.
Liberty.
Shapiro took the liberty of showing me your piece. If you're afraid of the man's wrath, we won't print your name. But if your reporting's as good as your fiction, I'll assign you another piece.
Fiction.
As good as your fiction, I'll assign you another piece. As good as your fiction, I'll assign you another piece.
I'm sorry, sir, but he's not an idiot. If I milk him for information and you print it, he's...
Print.
If I milk him for information and you print it, he's...
Where have you been?
I went to the dentist at lunch, and yesterday I met Aaron in Times Square.
Square.
I met Aaron in Times Square.
He has a catchphrase, and he's a hugger. I was expecting Cary Grant, and I got Danny DeVito.
Grant.
I was expecting Cary Grant, and I got Danny DeVito.
It's just, you know, well, my dad, his world is pretty narrow.
Narrow.
Well, my dad, his world is pretty narrow.
Apparently you already have a date. What are you doing here?
I'm newly interested in the...
Newly.
I'm newly interested in the...
So, tell me when you're ready. I've been practicing my poses.
Pose.
I've been practicing my poses.
Jillian, Chuck Bass.
I never thought I'd hear from you again.
Frankly, neither did I. Are you...
Frankly.
Frankly, neither did I. Are you...
I'll call you back.
Did Brooklyn Boy really think he could bury the bone in the backyard and...
Backyard.
He could bury the bone in the backyard and...
Noah, it's Dan.
Reply.
Noah, it's Dan.
Kinberg building. Bass collects the insurance. He goes on to build an empire.
Empire.
He goes on to build an empire.
Noah says all I need now is to get a statement from Bart.
By tricking him into telling you information so you can exploit it.
Dad,
Exploit.
So you can exploit it.
Dad,
Tricking him into telling you information so you can exploit it.
Dad, I'm writing an important story for a quality publication. Why can't...
Publication.
A quality publication. Why can't...
My mom is so happy. I've never seen her like this.
Your mother is a diamond.
Diamond. Diamond.
Your mother is a diamond. We were very fond of each other, but never passionate. And then I got drafted.
Draft. Draft.
And then I got drafted. I was sent to Vietnam, and I fell deeply in love with a...
Deeply. Deeply.
And I fell deeply in love with a... to stay forever in a loveless marriage. So ultimately, Alice and I parted.
Ultimately. Ultimately.
So ultimately, Alice and I part. Now I have with your mother. So, yeah, my prayers have been answered.
Prayer. Prayer.
Yeah, my prayers have been answered.
Let me guess. You played nice so that you could dig up some dirt on Cyrus.
Dirt. Dirt.
So that she could dig up some dirt on Cyrus.
I modeled for him and he did this incredible installation.
He totally loves you.
Totally. Totally.
He totally loves you.
You were a little intern pinning my hem. It was my idea to do the fashion line. I found the photographer and the models for the...
Photographer. Photographer.
I found the photographer and the models for the...
One of your own buildings. He had a lot of details. I figured there must be some kind of explanation.
Explanation. Explanation.
I figured there must be some kind of explanation.
Those are fair charities.
Now, come upstairs and stand next to me while I tell my mom the whole truth about the golden lion. She'll be...
Lion. Lion.
While I tell my mom the whole truth about the golden lion. She'll be...
I'm sorry I'm interrupting your work.
Interrupt. Interrupt.
I'm sorry I'm interrupting your work.
You don't even have your coat off, and you're already using emotional blackmail to get your way.
Spin it however you like. I just need your signature.
Signature. Signature.
Spin it however you like. I just need your signature.
Apologize.
I never blamed you for your mother's death.
Blame. Blame.
I never blamed you for your mother's death. So, any interest in going to that hockey game?
Hockey. Hockey.
So, any interest in going to that hockey game?
I spoke to your sister. My plan didn't exactly pan out.
Pan. Pan.
Plan didn't exactly pan out.
Neither of my parents will sign the papers. What else can I do?
Well, you have one other option, but it's extreme.
Extreme. Extreme.
Well, you have one other option, but it's extreme. Your legal ties with your family would be severed.
You mean divorce my parents?
Divorce. Divorce.
You mean divorce my parents?
I don't want the same life that my parents had. Social obligations and forced conversations.
Obligation. Obligation.
Social obligations and forced conversations.